Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Myself Dakshita Mishra and I am back with a part 2 of this lesson, electricity and circuits. So we were on this page. So you can see we had discussed this previously. So we have to start with this page. Therefore, a fuse bulb does not light up as no current passes through its filament. In the previous activity, we have seen that the bulb glows when the circuit is complete and the bulb goes off when the circuit is broken. In the daily life, completing and breaking the circuit in this manner is not easy. For this purpose, we use a simple, easier and convenient arrangement called an electric switch. So we can't do this like completing and breaking the electric circuit because this is not easy for us. We can get electric shock also. This is not safe also. So for this purpose we use an electric switch. So we will see the definition of electric switch. An electric switch is a simple device that is used to open or close an electric circuit. So this is the definition. I have marked this previously only. You can see this. This is a fact for us. Switches come in various sizes, shapes and sizes. Sometimes a switch is also referred to as key in an electric circuit. So I will tell you. You can see here. This is referred as a key. This is the electric switch. When we close this electric switch, the current will pass through it and the bulb lights up. And when we open this electric switch, so the current will not flow and the bulb does not lights up. So you can see in these two figures, this is complete circuit and this is incomplete circuit. We will go ahead. When the key is closed, the electric circuit is complete and the current is allowed to flow through the circuit. Figure number 13.8a. The appliance like a bulb or a fan, which is the part of the electric circuit works. When the key is open, the circuit is incomplete. No current flows and the appliance does not work. Figure 13.8b. So we will go on the next activity. Activity number 3. To construct a simple electric circuit, things needed: a piece of thermocol, a safety pin, 2 drawing pins, 3 plastic coated wires with bare ends, a torch bulb and an electric and a sellotape. So method is: first, insert a drawing pin into the ring at one end of the safety pin and fix it in the thermocol sheet. Make sure that the safety pin can be rotated freely. So first we have seen this paragraph. So we will see this method on the picture also. You can see this. These two are the drawing pins. This is the safety pin. Copper coated wires, and this is the thermocol sheet. This white part is thermocol sheet. A simple switch. So here the safety pin is referred as a key. Okay. 2. Now fix another drawing pin in the thermocol sheet in such a way that the safety pin can easily make contact with it as shown in figure 13.9a. So we have seen this. Now third is, now make a circuit by connecting an electric cell and an electric bulb with this switch as shown as figure 13.9b. So you can see this. We have connected this one copper wire with the electric switch and the other copper wire with the electric bulb. So when we connect this safety pin with these two drawing pins, so the bulb will glow. B. Electric circuit with a closed simple switch. B. This is for turn the safety pin in a way that it's free and touches the head of other drawing pin. 5. Now turn the safety pin so that it does not touch the head of the other drawing pin. Figure 13.9c. So you can see we have removed this key. So I have tell you in the previous picture only that if the key is closed, the circuit will go, and if the key is open, the circuit will not, the electric current will not flow, and the bulb does not light up. See electric circuit with an open simple switch. Figure 13.9, making of a simple electric circuit. Observation and discussion. From figure 13.9b, you notice that the bulb lights up. This is because the circuit is complete and the electric current flows from one terminal to other terminal of the electric cell, making the bulb glow. So I hope that you understood this activity. Wait a minute, one more thing is left. You notice that the bulb stops glowing when the safety pin does not touch the head of the other drawing pin, as shown as figure 13.9c. This is because the circuit is not complete, as there is a gap between the two drawing pins. Thus, no current flows from one terminal to other terminal of the cell of the electric cell. Conclusion: we conclude that first, when the switch is in the off position, the circuit is incomplete. Hence, no electric current flows and the bulb does not glow. 2. When the switch is in the on position, the circuit is complete. Hence, electric current flows and the bulb glows. So, you don't think that if this key will open, so it will not glow. This paragraph is about that when we switch on the light, then electric current is closed, and when we switch off the light, the electric current circuit is open. Okay, so we will see this. We have to start with this. How does an electric torch work? Examine the interior of a torch. It has 2 or 3 cells placed in such a way that the positive end of one touches the negative end of the other cell. The cells are in series. These cells are the source of electric current. They are connected through a switch to a small bulb. The negative terminal of the cell presses against the spring at the base of the torch. The positive terminal of the cell presses against the metal tip at the base of the bulb. So this is the function, how the electric torch works. So we will see one diagram also. First we complete this. There are 3 metal strips. Metal strip A, a part of the switch. Metal strip B, connected with the metal case of the bulb. Metal strip C, connected to the spring. Figure 13.10. Metal strip B and C are fixed, while metal strip A can be pressed and made to slide. So you can see this. This is the electric torch. Wait a minute. Yes, it comes. This is electric torch. You can see here this is the metal strip A, and this is metal strip B, and this is the metal strip C. When the switch is pushed into the on position, the metal strip A is pushed forward so that it touches B and C. and the circuit is completed, which causes the bulb to glow. When the switch is in is pushed to the off position, the contact between metal strip A and metal and B is broken, and the circuit is incomplete. The current does not flow through the circuit, and the bulb does not glow. Okay, friends, we have discussed this, so we will discuss about this parts also. So you can see this is the torch bulb glows. This is the bulb of the torch. It is at the front, as you all know. This is the reflector which reflects the light of the torch. This is metal strip B, metal strip A, and so this is the slide switch in on position. This is the slide switch of the electric torch. Metal strip C, and this is the spring. This is the plastic casing. This is electric. These two are electric cells. Okay, figure 13.10 inside view of an electric torch. I hope that you understood this. First we see this activity, then we go on this. Activity 4, to test whether the material conducts electricity or not. Things needed: an electric cell, a torch bulb fitted in a holder, some connecting wires, copper wires, paper clip made of steel, and an eraser. Method: make a circuit as shown as figure 13.11a. 2. Leave a gap between the ends A and B of the connecting wires. Connect a paper clip made of steel between the free ends A and B of the connecting wires as shown as figure 13.11b. 3. Now connect an eraser between the free ends A and B of the connecting wires as shown as figure 13.11c. So these are these diagrams as they were talking about. This figure 13.11a. Here is a cell. These are two connecting wires. This is a torch bulb. Okay. So first they have placed this paper clip made of steel. So this steel paper clip is the conductor of electricity because it conducts the electricity. Okay, and it allows electricity to pass through it. You can see they have placed a rubber also, but the electric bulb does not glow because the rubber is the insulator of electricity, as it not allows the electric current to pass through it. Observation and discussion. First, when you connect a steel clip, you see that the bulb lights up at once. It means that the paper clip of steel allows the electric current to pass through it, so that current starts flowing in the circuit. 2. When eraser is placed in the circuit, you see that the bulb does not light up. This means that the eraser does not allow the electric current to pass through it, so that no current flows in the circuit. Note: repeat this activity with a small iron key, a sharpener, a coin, a pencil lid, etc., and record your observations. So I hope that you understood this. So we have to start with this. We have left this electric conductors and insulators. Let us perform an activity to understand about the conductors and insulators. That we have seen this activity, so we have to start with this paragraph. The materials that allow electric current to pass through them are called conductors, as I have told you previously also. So we will mark this. This is also a fact for us. Conductors of electricity. Okay. Metals are good conductors of electricity. This also we will mark. It is important. Electric wires are made up of copper because it is a good conductor of electricity. Among non-metals, not graphite. Only graphite. Pencil lead is made of graphite. Is a good conductor of electricity. Switches, electric plugs, and sockets are made up of conductors. Okay, that you understood. So we will move ahead. The materials that do not allow the electric current to pass through them are called insulators. I will tell you previous also, because okay, this is insulator and this is the conductor. Rubber, plastic, wood and glass are all insulators. Electricians wear rubber gloves while working with electricity because rubber is a good insulator and protects them from electric shocks. Rubber and plastic are used for covering electrical wires, plug tops, switching and other parts of electrical appliances that people might touch. Okay, so we will see these MCQs. Okay friends, so first we will see this. Electric current flows only when the circuit is open, closed, incomplete or broken. Answer is closed. I have told you previously also. The device that is used to open or close an electric circuit is an electric bulb, electric gadget, electric switch, or is it electric cell? This is very easy question. The answer is electric switch, because this is known as the key of the electric circuit. Electricity. Which of the following is not an insulator? Rubber, wood, copper or plastic? The answer is copper, because we have seen that copper wire are conductors of electricity. When the switch of an electric torch is pushed on the on position, the circuit is incomplete, open, complete or broken. The circuit is complete. The bulb lights up when the cell, the bulb and the wires make a closed circuit. There is a gap in the electrical path. The path starts the end of the same terminal of the cell. The cell, the bulb and the wires make an open circuit. The answer is first one. The cell, the bulb and the wire make a closed circuit. So we will go on the last paragraph of this exercise, this chapter. Electrical safety. The electricity which we use at home is generated at electric power stations and brought to our houses by the thick cables. A person may get an electric shock because our body is a good conductor of electricity, and you know why our body is a good conductor of electricity. This is because the human being's body is made up of 70% of water, and water is a good conductor of electricity, as we all know. Okay, yes, you can see this is a good conductor of electricity. So we will mark this also. We should protect ourselves from the dangerous and painful electric shock. Some preventive measures to avoid electric shock are as follows. First, replace the light bulb only when it is switched off and cool. 2. Never touch electrical switches or gadgets when your body is wet. Okay, as we have already discussed about that the water is a good conductor of electricity. Don't try to repair or install electrical wiring or appliances, because if we don't have idea, so we can get electric shock. Do not touch electric poles or transformers on the road. Do not touch a hanging wire on the road. Yes, this point is very important, so we have to mark this also. 5. Never fly kites near overhead power lines. Yes, if you fly kites with the power near the power line and this all, so you can get the electric shock. If your kite is hanging on that electric wire, please don't try to remove that, because you can get an electric shock and you can what you can say, hurt yourself also. Okay, we have to mark this also. Never join the electric wires with bare hands. Okay, we don't have to join two electric wire with bare hands. So friends, here is the mind map of this chapter. Yes, this is the mind map. Yes friends, we will see this whole book exercise of this chapter. The energy provided by electricity is called electrical energy. I have write the answer previously. The electricity that we use at our homes come from battery, cells, electric power station or solar system. This answer is easy. That the answer is electric power station. Tiny thin wire inside the bulb is called element, filament, circuit or thread. The answer is filament. So if you are thinking that I have not explained this, I have given the first part of this video also. You can see this. Okay, if you search science explanation part 1, so you can get this video, that video. The flow of electricity known as electric energy, power, generator or current. Answer is current. Answer is current. The electric circuit which is not complete is called open, closed, short or universal. The answer is open. Electric cells that have chemical stored inside them. This is true. The fuse bulb lights up when the current passes through its filament. Is it possible? No, it is not possible at all, because if the filament is broken, this is the main part of the bulb, so it can't be, the bulb does not lights up. Electric cells supply a steady electric current. Yes, this is true. It is a source of electricity. Electric cell is a source of electricity. An electric bulb glows when the electricity passes through its electricity. Okay. An electric cell has two terminals. A bulb in which a filament is broken is called a fused bulb. Okay. The filament of the bulb is made up of tungsten. This I have explained in previous video. Look at the figure number A. Bulb does not glow because Both wires not intact. Both wires are intact. Wire 1 is broken, wire 2 is broken. So you can see this, here is wire 1 is broken, so answer is wire 1 is broken. Okay, look at the figure, be carefully, pick the correct option. Carefully see this photo, this picture, and guess the answer. The bulb will glow, the bulb will not glow, the bulb will glow for some time, the bulb will fuse. So friends, I have also ticked this wrong previously, then I have seen this answer very carefully, and then I think that first answer is correct, and this is only the correct answer. Look at the figure C and tick the correct option. See this figure carefully. This you can see by the first look only, that it will be the answer. The bulb will glow, the bulb will not glow, the bulb will glow for some time, the bulb will fuse. The answer is simple, the answer is B, the bulb will not glow, because the second wire of this is broken. Okay. Oh friends, if you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel. And thank you for watching my video. Bye.